Okay, with that being said, no comments, so we're gonna go ahead to item number 1 on our election. Item number 1, that'll be canvass of election. Ms. Juanita.
Good evening. So yes, we did get the totals in for the election. Mr. Brett McWaters had a total of 203 votes. Ms. Desiree David had a total of 200 votes. Ms. Rachel Hall had a total of 189. Mr. Nick Cunningham had a total of 97. Ms. Tanya Clark had a total of 164, excuse me. So Mr. McWaters, of course, he did not have an opponent, as neither did Ms. Desiree or Ms. Rachel. And our new counsel for position number 6 is going to be Ms. Tanya Clark, which will be sworn in with the re-elected on our next council meeting Tuesday, May the 19th.
Okay. Ordinance canvassing the returns and declaring the results of the May 2nd, 2026 election, general election.
We just need a motion to accept.
Make a motion, we accept item 1A, 1 and 1A.
Okay, I have is that Ms. David?
No, that was Mr. Julius.
Oh, okay, yeah, I have a motion by Mr. Buckley.
Second.
Okay, I think Mr. Warwick beat you on that. Got a second by Mr. Warwick. All those in favor of canvassing the returns on the May 2nd general election? Motion carries 4-0. I almost voted. I can't wait till Tuesday.
I say, Mayor, no one wanted a second. I guess no one wanted to be back on council on Tuesday.
Okay, receive draft land use assumptions and draft capital improvement plan.
Good
Okay.
afternoon.
Yeah, Blake, can you state your name and your position for?
Yep. Blake
Be-
Behringer with Blau Engineering, the third-party consultant, city engineer for the city of Cleveland. What we're
Thank you,
here to
sir.
discuss tonight is just some housekeeping items when it comes to your impact fee study and the steps necessary to accomplish implementing those impact fees. Part of that is to receive the draft version of the land use assumptions and the draft of the capital improvements plan. We came to y'all a couple months ago with a lot of these items, but I'm going to go through this real quick and just do a quick refresher. What is a land use assumption? The land use assumption is a quick study that projects out the growth within the city over for the sake of the impact fee, a 10-year period of where in the city is going to grow and by how much, mainly focusing on what the connection counts to your water and sewer infrastructure are going to look like. We looked into how the growth is forecasted. You know, we looked at the existing developments, we looked at raw land, we looked at areas that are already developing and tried to formulate, you know, an idea. We've consulted with the Land Use Assumptions Committee and met with them a couple times, trying to do a market study, if you will, not a formal market study, but looked at it like a market study to determine what's the city look like 10 years from now and what are we going to need to do to make sure we have the infrastructure in place to accommodate that growth. We mentioned on here some of the assumptions that we made were, you know, 4 lots per acre for raw land if we were looking into single-family residential, and then commercial and industrial use, we were looking at roughly a 1,200 gallons per day per acre use. Again, trying to back this into your water and sewer infrastructure. When we talk about how we back calculate the connections, we call them service units. And what we're doing is we're taking some of those commercial developments and we're back calculating them into what we call a service unit, which is more or less what you would use for a single-family home, right? Taking your big stores and converting that into how many homes is that? How much water are they using in equivalent to a single unit? So that's what when you see the land use assumptions and the draft CIP, that's what we're talking about. Again, this is just more of a housekeeping item. We've got copies of these drafts for y'all to accept, and just looking for a motion today to accept the draft land use assumptions and draft CIP, which we'll have more items in the future on at later dates during council.
Make a motion, we accept the draft land use assumption and draft capital improvement plan.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion by Mr. Buckley, a second by Mr. Mac Waters. All those in favor? Okay, motion carries 4-0. Item 3, resolution calling a public hearing on draft land use assumptions and draft capital improvement plan.
All right.
Blake.
Good afternoon. Again, Blake Behringer with Blau Engineering. So this is just a call for a resolution of a public hearing where we'll have to host a public hearing for the general public to be able to participate in conversation over these draft land use assumptions and capital improvements plans. I believe that date's set in your packet for June 24th, 25th? June 25th. So at that point in time, we'll open up for public hearing and receive public comment.
Okay,
Make a motion, we approve the resolution for public hearing on the 25th.
okay, I have a motion by Mr. Mac Waters, a second by Mr. Warwick. All those in favor? Okay, motion carries
Thank you.
4-0. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
on the record, yeah, 20.
Yeah, my bad, yeah.
Y'all want to stay all night, or you want to?
Make a motion, we adjourn.
Okay,
There you
that's what I was waiting on. I figured you guys wanted to stay a while. Meeting adjourned. See you guys, gals.
Tuesday, Tuesday.